Hey, good morning. Welcome in. All right, let's do the Friday session of the morning show. A full week back. Well, with the exception of Monday. All right, good morning, everyone. Markets are down again. Interesting what we're seeing on Wall Street now with futures. You have futures up, markets down that day. Yesterday, the whole market was up. I think the NASDAQ was up about 1.5% at some point, and it closed down. Was it over 1.5%? Why don't we just go to the old trusty iPhone and check it out? Let's see. NASDAQ closed down 1.3%. So that was a quick sell-off in the afternoon. Lots of news yesterday with basically two stocks, Peloton and Netflix. So we'll get into that this morning. I do love Dogecoin and Shiba Coin, or whatever it's called. I love it so much that I know the name of it. All right, so let's see here. Where should we start? Let's start with Netflix. Everybody's talking about it anyways. Netflix may be dead money. So if you don't know, Netflix is down right now. Let me just check before I just say words. Netflix is down right now 20%. 20%, and the reason is they're talking about the future subscribership is down, which is not surprising. Who doesn't have a streaming service? Hell, I have a streaming service. Just kidding, I don't. But everybody has a streaming service nowadays. Peacock, Hulu, HBO, Showtime, YouTube, you name it, there's a streaming service for it. So the shares are down 20% right now, $408 in pre-market trading. I still don't think it's low enough. I still don't think it's even close to low enough. I just said in the chat, call me $350 later when we get down in those levels. But since Netflix has been raising their prices since 2016, the stock price has just continued to climb, and here's this morning. So it's back down to where it was in basically mid-2020. Netflix added, so they're worried about their global subscribership. Netflix added 8.28 million global paid net subscribers in the last quarter of 2021, beating the forecast. According to Bloomberg's data, the company expects to add 2.5 million subscribers in the fourth quarter compared to 3.98 last year at the same time. So with that being said, the problem that I have with all of these analyst expectations and this and that nonsense that happens on Wall Street is we just came out of a pandemic where they shut everybody down. And I know last year, at the beginning of last year, everything wasn't shut down, but it was more shut down than it was today. So if people that just had nothing to do or worked from home have since gone back to the office or gone back to do something else besides sit and watch television all day, then what do you think is going to happen to the subscriber count? 2020 and 2021 were anomalies, in my opinion, and people should account for that. But nobody accounts for that because they're smarter than you and me. So we'll just roll with it. It's too expensive to get new clients for Netflix. Do the opposite of what Jim Cramer says, and you'll make money. Netflix is a juggernaut. Netflix. I'm not saying that Netflix is even worth close to what their price is right now. $408 a share, $508 if you look at it yesterday. But what I'm saying is, there's no reason that this stock price should have dropped 20. Netflix is not worth 20% less this morning than it was yesterday at 4 o'clock. That just doesn't work that way, because that's essentially what the market is saying. Speaking of companies that have just got physically and mentally abused, Peloton CEO says, anyway, it doesn't matter. 23, they went down 23, 24% yesterday during the market. Trading was halted at one point. Here's the deal. There's news that came out about the CEO or CFO or some executive selling $500 million worth of stock before the last collapse happened. Was that in November? Let's just pull it up before I just say something wrong. I didn't even look at the story, guys. I'm just assuming. November. I think it was November. So they sold $500 million worth of stock. Here's the deal. If they sold it before the blackout period, then it's fine. So if you're an executive in a company, let's say earnings are today. So what's today's date? Today's 1/21. Okay. There's what's called a blackout period. And if you're in corporate America, you know if you own stock. So here's the blackout period. So maybe let's see. The blackout period, because let's say they report earnings today, the blackout period will start on December 21st or something like that. So between December 21st, 2021 and here, and then going into, let's just call it February 21st for nice round numbers, 2022. If you're an executive, you cannot sell your stock within this area, no matter what. You're just stuck. This is called the blackout period, okay? So if they said, if the executive said, we know what's going to happen, we're going to have declined revenue, we're having issues with the company, and they sell over here outside of the blackout period, I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, they're just guessing. They're guessing how Wall Street's going to react. And that's just without reading any stories, make sure everybody knows what they're talking about before they just talking about these rich, dirty executives on a board that steal money and stuff. Peloton said Thursday that its fiscal quarter revenue will be within its previously forecasted range. Peloton said it projects it will end the quarter with 2.77 million connected subscribers versus 2.8 and 2.5 million, which was projected, 2.85. In the second, it is said it sees the second quarter total revenue of 1.14 billion, which is in the previously guided number. The losses are going to be better. They're going to lose 270 to 260 million versus 350 to 325 million. The company announced on Thursday evening that they are going to temporarily halt production of their products. Now, I saw that, but then I also saw this story. Hold on, let me make sure I read the headline correctly. It says, Peloton bounces back after CEO disputes reports of massive layouts and production halts. So that came out last night at 8:30, and that was on Market Watch. So I don't know what's going on. What's Peloton's price at right now? $25. So they IPO'd at $29, and today they're at $25. So that's it for Peloton. That's it for Netflix. I don't know. I don't really know. Buy the dip. I have no idea. Apple said it was reporting earnings on the 27th of this month. So next week. Is it Thursday? Probably next Thursday. They always report on Thursdays. Apple's shares are up 19% since October 4th, which was versus 5% for the S&P. They report on Thursday. Just pull up a freaking calendar. I want to know this because this is a very important date. They report on Thursday after hours. So if the stock falls on results, which would extend the 9% slide year to date for Apple, this person says that it's a good buy. I don't know. Depends how far it falls. But if we see some falling like we're seeing with Netflix, ooh, this article really doesn't say anything too groundbreaking. But I just want to make everybody aware of Apple's earnings coming up. Apple stock has been swept up in the selling of the big cap tech names ahead of the interest rate hikes from the Federal Reserve. Yes, what do you expect? When you have the FANGs, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, running this market up like nobody's business over the past decade, what do you think are going to be the first stocks to be hit, especially when they start talking about interest rate hikes? Apple's going to be one of them. Intel is going to be putting a $20 billion chip manufacturing site in Ohio. So that is pretty dope. It's going to be somewhere outside of Columbus, Licking County. Okay. Intel will invest $20 billion in 2 new plants in Ohio to make advanced chips, the company said on Friday, the first step to a mega site that can accommodate 8 chip factories costing $100 billion. That's awesome. Gelsinger has previously said, this is the part that I like about this Intel CEO. He's realistic. Gelsinger previously said he expects the chip shortages to last into 2023, mostly because there's no reason to say that they're not going to last into 2023. The new factories will begin construction in late 2022, and production should start in 2025. Speaking of people that are not as good as Gelsinger, old Janet Yellen. This is the dumbest article I've ever read, because this woman's a buffoon. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said she continues to forecast inflation falling close to 2% by the end of 2022. Okay, that's very nice. I expect inflation throughout much of the year, 12 months to change, to remain above 2%. But if we're successful in controlling the pandemic, I expect inflation to diminish over the course of the year and hopefully revert to normal levels by the end of the pandemic. I just wrote this in because I was going to forget. What about the money printing that's gone? What about the Fed balance sheet that's of $9 trillion? What about the supply chain issues, the demand issues, the employment issue, the employment market issues, the pandemic? These people are, if this is true, these people are so naive that they think that the pandemic is what's causing inflation, not all this other nonsense that they're not controlling or taking or doing anything about. The supply chain issue. So that means the supply chain issue is just going to be perfect by the beginning of the year, even though the CEO of one of the biggest chip companies in the whole world says that they're not going to have chips until 2023. But don't worry. Just control the pandemic and everything will be okay, guys. Don't worry. Households, I'm not reading any more of this. This is pissing me off. This woman's a freaking idiot. All right. Intel, get out of here. Apple, get out of here. Oh, Bitcoin. Okay, guys. The ultimate hedge against inflation. Bitcoin crashes to 5-month low as Russia proposes a crypto ban. I thought this was supposed to be gold is going up. Why isn't Bitcoin going up? This is supposed to be the ultimate hedge against inflation. Russia proposes a crypto ban, which sent Bitcoin to a price of 39,000. Ethereum, I don't know what Ethereum's high or low is, but it's at basically 2,900. It wiped out $140 billion off their combined market cap. Russia said it's proposing bans due to threats to financial stability and its monetary policy sovereignty. This person, he's quite the analyst. Aslam is upbeat, believing Bitcoin is the currency of the future, and if one was ready to buy Bitcoin at 68,000, then he or she must be excited to get it at a bargain like it is today. Smart money and other institutions are certainly going to take advantage of the current price action, and they are likely to bag a great bargain. It is highly likely that Bitcoin's price will visit 30,000 again, but if it does, will make the current sentiment even worse. But the smart money will know that that's a deal of a lifetime. So get out your oven mitts and go and buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that is all I got for today. Check my pulse here. Anytime I read something by I just cannot stand the woman. I just literally cannot stand that woman. The yields are still where they is. Oh, earnings. What do we have on Monday? Nothing really going on today. IBM, Halliburton, Logitech. Everybody get ready for that. Microsoft is on Tuesday. GE, Verizon, Johnson & Johnson, Lockheed Martin, 3M, American Express, Raytheon. All right, here we go. If you want to join the software, you get 8 pillars: retirement calculator, stock analyzer, tool, 8 Pillars portfolio. You can build your own ETF. You get exclusive videos from us every single day. Click join EM. Come on over. $30 a month gets you access to all of that, including the chat. And if you want to join the Bid and Ask Nation and listen to me rant every single day for 24/7, even on Christmas Day, come and join. $80 a month gets you access to that. Learn all the rules to trading, etc. About 1,000 people in that group. Well organized. You get Employed Trader series. I update every single day. You get Trading 101 series. Come on and join me and have a ball. All right, let's go to some stocks. You guys give me some tickers and we'll run at them. Okay, let's see. Mo has been triggered. The lady triggers me every 2 seconds. Anytime I see something that comes out from that, I'm just like, what is going on here? If only COVID had a ticker symbol. That would be funny. Dun, 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 dun. Pandemic was an easy scapegoat. It's such nonsense. We need the Mo cowbell this morning. Fidelity, okay. Best Buy pre-market $94. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. Let's look at Facebook. You got it, PP. Facebook it is. Consolidation City. So I think I pulled this one up another day, and I said it's just, if you just exclude these blips up here and these blips down here, these little spots and where it is, it's really just consolidated between 340 and 325. So we are at 313 now. Oh, that's my cost basis, 313. So sad. But actually, I'm really excited because I want to buy a lot more. I want to increase my position by like, I don't know, 400% or something. So what would I do with Facebook right now? I would let this thing roll over and then go short on it. And I would probably go short under this 308, 309 number if you would like to. A safer bet would probably be coming shorted over here on a daily chart, just because you'll be able to get in and out of it quicker, because who knows how long this trend is going to change. I mean, who knows how long this trend is going to stay for. What else do we have? What else do we have? SWBI. I haven't done that one in quite some time. BI. Oh, by the way, guys, book club in 45 minutes from now, 10 a.m. The link is in the chat. Book club is going to be with me. We're going to discuss chapter 1 of Richer, Wiser, Happier, the chapter with Monish Pabrai. Phenomenal chapter. Really, really fun. Yeah, really fun. Okay, next. SWBI. Whew, this thing has just been beaten down. So what are we going to do here with SWBI? Guys, it's just going sideways. Just let it keep going on the bottom. Don't touch this thing until the red line pops under the sweet spot. If you want to do anything, come over to this chart and trade it over here. If you want to go short, absolutely, you can go short. I think it would probably be safest to take out this wick. Where was that wick? Hold on. Let me zoom out just a little bit. I want to see. So this candle right here, take out that low. And that low is 1571. So if you get below 1571, you can confidently short it. Or 1632 if you want to be a little bit more aggressive. So those are probably the two numbers where you can get in on SWBI going short. What else do we have? Oh, yes, Rocket Man. RKLB. RKLB. Somebody asked me about this one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, what is this? So, public for a year. That's good. So, incredible run up. Now, here's the problem you have. You're below all 4 major moving averages. So, if you want to do anything with this one, you got to go short. And if you get an engulfing candlestick down like so, short it, because you have really good selling volume coming in. You're breaking through this resistance point that has been held for some time. Perfect. Go short on this thing. If you're in this thing long, you shouldn't be. So I'm not sure why you were asking me that question, but let's see here. AMD. Oh boy, AMD is just so, this run up was just so fast and so quick. And I think I don't know. I'm assuming I said it's going to come back down to the 100-day moving average. And it certainly has. So here's the deal. You're at a resistance point. If you get an engulfing candlestick down today, short it. You're in a good spot to short. What I would really like to see is this yellow line kind of separate from the red, and the red kind of go this way. And that gap between the two, the bigger the better. So this is looking setting up to be a beautiful short. And if you don't want to do it long term, come over here and swing trade it. You close below the 100-day moving average yesterday, which is great. Run it down to the 200-day moving average, and you will be in a pretty good position. I like this one. AMD short. Good find, whoever said this. Very good. All right. What else do we have here? AMAT, VTI versus VOOMO. Who you got? I don't really care. What did I say? BTI? No, Starbucks. I don't remember what I said. Sorry, whoever that was. Oh, Starbucks is getting beat down. So I did say yesterday, if you get an engulfing candlestick down, you can do something. Now, I don't like that wick that happened yesterday on this top side. But again, it's going to move down again today. If you get an engulfing candlestick, go for it. Just make sure you're not in this thing on February 1st for earnings, because this thing can go one direction or another. But, man, what a great looking short. Okay. Now I feel bad. Somebody asked me about a stock, and I said it, and then I didn't do it. I can't remember what it was. No, sorry, buddy. Home Depot. I haven't looked at Home Depot in quite some time. And, well, we could look at Lowe's, but it's going to be the same thing. Anyways, woof, short this thing. I don't know the last time that I saw Home Depot below any moving averages. Actually, let's just zoom out and just look, because this thing has just been booming since here was COVID, and it just kept going and going and going. It's incredible. The last time it was below the 100-day moving average was March of 2021. Wow, that is incredible. That's really incredible. Okay, so here's the deal. If you you could have added yesterday. You could have started a position yesterday. If you want to today, engulfing candlestick, add to it. Even though it's Friday, I have no problem with it. That is a beautiful looking short. Okay, 10-cent music. What's the thing? TME. So here's the problem. I'm just looking at the volume over the past 3 to 4 months, and it is so all over the place. You have big days, you have small days. Unless you get a ton of buying volume coming in, you're not going to break this 100-day moving average. Plus, your trend is down right now, so you're not going to break the 100-day moving average. Here's what I would, if I'm you, this is what I hope to see. Comes down, rolls back up. As it rolls back up, this red line moves into the sweet spot with the yellow, and then it gets a bunch of volume coming in and breaks through the 100-day moving average. Outside of that, I would not be doing anything with this stock. Good question, though. I was asking, could you look at IEP? Am I close to adding to my long or wait? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Somebody came up with the name Pizza by Alfredo. Pizza by Alfredo or Alfredo's Pizza Kitchen. I love it. IEP. Icon. Am I close to adding to my long investment here? Well, I don't know. You're getting quite the pullback here. So these 2 days of this pullback are certainly going to change this stochastic. It just hasn't changed yet. Plus over here, you're just starting a downtrend right here. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Whoever asked this question, here's the deal. Here's what I see happening. If this breaks below the 100-day moving average, because it didn't yesterday, you're not going to be adding anytime soon, because this will keep falling and it'll come back to this $50, $49 area. If you want to go, if it stays above the 100, it's just going to bounce around in here. So that is that. Next. AMAT, I think that was the one. VOO or SPY. I'm just picking SPY. It's just easier. Why get cute? Just buy the market. It's the benchmark. Why not? All right. So AMAT, if it drops below, so it's holding this 200-day moving average. If it drops below this 200-day moving average, go for it. Now, from a long-term perspective, I would like to see this yellow line kind of get a little more this way. So if we do get a little bit of a down pull today, you should get the line that I just drew. So you should be all right. PANW. Trend looks great. Palo Alto Networks. I don't know what this is, but wow, this has been a heck of a run. So here's the thing. If you drop, you see, it tried to break through the 100-day moving average, failed. Tried to break through the 100, failed. If it can break through the 100 and stay below the 100 and keep going in this direction, you will go down to this 440 level. So wait until you take out those previous lows and you should be pretty good. What else do we have here? McDonald's. Man, haven't looked at McDonald's in quite some time. Mickey D's. Again, same thing. It's so funny. You're starting to see all of these big names coming off of these all-time highs, and it's not just coming off these all-time highs to like these levels. They're truly making down trends, which we don't usually see very often. Are we in market correction? I don't think the S&P is in market correction territory. I don't know, but I know the NASDAQ is. So technically, yeah, anything over 10% off of highs is considered a correction territory. So, okay, so here's the deal. If you get an engulfing candlestick down with McDonald's, you can do something with it. But here's the problem. Your yellow line is still not in there. So you know how when we're coming up, I always say, give it 3 days. Let the red line and the yellow line be in the sweet spot for 3 days just to make sure that we're going to stay there. We need the same thing over here. Red line's in here, but we need the yellow line to be in the sweet spot for 3 days so we can confidently say this is a downtrend. This could very easily go right back up here. No problem, especially because it could bounce off the 100 and just go straight back up. So you got to get the yellow line in the sweet spot for 3 days and let it roll. Beyond Meat, BYND. I have puts on this bad boy. Nothing like fake meat. All right. Wow. This is literally back to its IPO price. What did it IPO at? It opened at $46. Wow. Well, it's got some ways to go before its IPO price, but anyways, okay. Dog stock city. It's just a dog stock. It's on the bottom here going sideways as the price just keeps declining. So with that being said, hey, throw a tracker share on it if you want to. Do something. Eventually, I think this thing will pop into the sweet spot. I think my price on Beyond Meat was like $25. I really don't know. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Random useless fact for you. I was watching this on my mobile sitting on the toilet, but my laptop is in the living room and the feed was slightly further behind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe you should put better Wi-Fi in your bathroom. JK. What software am I using? I'm using that's not true. I'm using TradingView. All right. Yum Brands. Man, again, look at this, guys. Look at these amazing companies that have just gone on incredible rallies or just beautiful shorts. This is why I want everybody to learn how to short, because you can just go and just grab this thing and just short it down. Just like you went up, shorting is actually easier than going long because you see how fast it happens. What is wrong with people? I literally just answered your question. Open your ears instead of just typing like a savage. Anyways, here we go. Downtrend, engulfing. This has been so great. So you got a good engulfing on Wednesday. You got one on Thursday. Now here's the deal. You're hanging on that 200-day moving average. If you get a breakdown today or Monday that looks like this, go for it and short it. But make sure that you get below that 200-day moving average or it's not going to be good for you. Okay. Alibaba. Okay. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell you every time with Alibaba. Alibaba, it couldn't break through its 50-day moving average. It tried again and it failed. So it's a downtrend over here, and we are still considered a dog stock on the long-term chart. So if this thing can pop up and get moving, wonderful. But even though it's going to run into the 100-day moving average, it's going to fall back down to the 50. So I do not think that we are done with the 130 levels on Alibaba, even if it gets to the 140s. So that's that. Okay, next. Alibaba needs some help, please. Funko Toys. That is a very risky thing if you want to keep monetization. FNKO. Is this new? Are these big-headed weird dolls that people have? All right. So let's just draw a line here. So let's go here to here. So with the exception of the summer run, you have not moved between $17.20 and basically $20.20. So here's the deal, guys. Dog stock right now, it was a dog stock for some time. It tried to rally. It's falling back down. I wouldn't touch this thing. Unless you want to swing trade it, I wouldn't touch this thing. What do I think about Russian-Ukraine tensions? Do you think Russia will attack? I have no idea. They could do whatever the hell they want. The Qs. So Qs are a nice downtrend. If you want to, you could short the Qs. I have no problem with that. Here's the deal. You needed to break through the 200-day moving average. You're going to get that today. Now, you don't want to see this today because it could come right back up to the Qs. That's it. So be careful with the Qs, but I'm not opposed to the Qs. All right. Intel or Amazon, please. Let's do Intel just because Amazon is big bucks. 30 seconds till the market opens. I'm going to get out of here. I'll do one more stock after Amazon and book club at 10 o'clock. That's it. All right. Intel falling hard. This is great because I had calls expiring today at $58 and they're not going to get taken away. So that's wonderful. So I think that we're just going to kind of bounce in this area between 100 and 200-day moving average for some time. If you want to do something with that on the swing trading chart, go for it. Just swing it up and down between this stochastic. I wouldn't even look at it over here right now. The market is now open. When do they report earnings? January 26th. So they report on Wednesday. So be careful. Do I have COVID? Nope. Funny enough, there are things in this world that are that you can have a real cold instead of having COVID. So I don't know if you or the hospital systems in this country have heard, but there are diseases besides COVID, and one of them is called the cold. All right, let's see. I'll do one more stock. TJX. I think we are in a short covering rally. Everything over. Jason, that's a phenomenal point. Phenomenal point that you just made, Jason. And I'm really upset that I didn't think of that myself. Why are we in a short covering rally? That's a very good point. So if those of you that don't know what a short covering rally is when you rally up, and then people A, take their profits, or B, the shorts get out, and if you exit a short, it's a buy. So the price goes down on you. So short covering rally. Jason, good point. Very good point. Give me one more stock, and we will go from there. Netflix down over $100 at the open. This cold is coronavirus. S&P down 7.5% from its high. Buy. All right, TGX is it. Nobody's giving me a stock, so TJX. TJX, same deal. We're getting the exact same thing. It's just falling hard. And where's my stochastic? Let's do a quick refresh here. Even over here, I love it because we are below the 200-day moving average. That's what I like. That's what I really like to see. So if you cross over and can start rolling down, remember, even on this chart, we need to see a lot more than we're seeing right now. Red line and yellow line need to get down here. Engulfing candlestick would be great, and we'll go from there. But stay below that 200-day moving average today and don't rebound up like this, and you're Gucci. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. 10 o'clock book club. The link is in the chat, and I will see you on Monday. Peace.